One of my favorite things about Star Wars isn't lightsabers. It isn't the blasters. It isn't the Force. It's the fact that the galaxy feels so lived in. Every small detail on every ship, every detail of every doorway, every control panel, every single Greeblie. George Lucas described Star Wars as the used universe, and that single idea completely changed the way science fiction looked forever. Today I want to show you one of my favorite ways to recreate that aesthetic. Not by digging through junk bins, but by designing our own science fiction details completely from scratch. Today's episode is sponsored by HeyGears, and later I'm going to show you how I use the Reflex RS Turbo to bring these designs to life. I'm Brian, this is the Smugglers Room, and if you've been around this channel for any length of time, you already know I am completely obsessed with the visual language of Star Wars. The chipped paint, the worn metal, the exposed machinery, the tiny mechanical details that make something feel so believable. And today, we're talking about my favorite subject, Greeblies. I know, some of you are probably rolling your eyes because somehow I managed to work the word Greeblie in just about every video we do. And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that. Today isn't about where the word came from or who coined it. There are already fantastic resources covering that, and I'll link a few below if you're curious. No, today is about creating them. You see, I've spent years taking apart electronics, breaking down coffee makers, broken printers, old projectors, you name it. Kit bashing, trash bashing, they are still some of my favorite ways to build. There's something incredibly satisfying about looking at a random pile of parts and suddenly seeing the details inside. That process isn't going anywhere, and this video is not about replacing that tradition. It's about adding another tool to your creative toolbox. Because sometimes you don't want to spend hours hunting for one tiny part. Sometimes you just want to create exactly what you have in your head. I can already hear a few comments. You used to build things from scratch and now you're cheating with 3D printers. All you did was hit print. Where was the creativity? I miss when all you did was build stuff from juice lids. Maybe that's true for some people. But for me, the printer isn't the creative part. The creativity happens long before the printer ever starts. It happens while you study reference photos, sketching ideas, learning why certain shapes feel like Star Wars, experimenting with proportions, modeling every tiny detail. The printer is simply the tool that transforms those ideas into something you can actually hold. And it's a pretty incredible thing. Think of it. It's rapid prototyping in your own home. So whenever I start a new project, I spend hours collecting reference material. Honestly, part of that's because I'm completely obsessed. I have folders full of images, Pinterest boards that never seem to stop growing, screenshots from movies, behind the scenes photos, production skills, concept art books, you name it. And it's not only because I want to copy them. Actually, copying them has nothing to do with it. It's because I want to understand them. I want to master the Star Wars visual language. Alien has a language. Blade Runner has another. Every great science fiction universe tells a story through its own design. The more you study those patterns, the easier it becomes to create something that feels like it belongs. So once I've collected enough inspiration, I jump into Fusion 360. Maybe you use Blender, maybe it's SolidWorks, maybe something completely different. Honestly, the software really doesn't matter. Use whatever tool lets you create. For this project, I had one goal: create a collection of items I've been wanting for years. The ultimate collection of Greeblie patches. Not just one design, dozens. To be used on and in panels, for mechanical details, for industrial textures, access covers, tiny sci-fi widgets, things that can be used on props, scale models, room builds, costumes, really, anywhere that you just want more detail. The best part, once they're modeled, they can be printed in almost any size. Once the designs are finished, they need to become real, and that's where today's sponsor comes in. HeyGears asked if I'd spend some time with their Reflex RS Turbo resin printer, and after using it for several months, I can honestly say it's been one of the best resin printing experiences I've had. Now, I've owned enough resin printers to know exactly what frustrates me. Failed prints, constant tweaking, supports that refuse to come off, endless calibration, spending more time fixing the printer than actually building. My personal rule has always been pretty simple. I don't want to be a 3D printer technician. I want a tool that works exactly how it's supposed to. I want to spend my time designing, creating, building, and not becoming the technician. And that's exactly why this machine surprised me. My workflow has become pretty simple. It only takes a few minutes to orient the model in the software, run the automatic supports, hit print, that's it. And when the prints are finished, the supports practically fall off. Seriously, look at this. Wow. Oh. That was easy. It's kind of ridiculous. And after months of using this printer, I haven't had a single failed print. Not one. Seriously, my friends, not one failed print. That's something I honestly couldn't say about the resin printers I've owned before. Now, there are probably plenty of technical reasons why. A higher precision Z-axis, an optimized screen for that incredible detail, automatic resin management, self-leveling, optional resin heating, a washing station, an excellent curing station. All of those features absolutely matter. But honestly, what matters the most to me is this. When I design something and hit print, I get exactly what I should get. And that's what I actually care about. Here's probably the biggest compliment I can give HeyGears. They sent me one of these printers for this collaboration. I didn't pay for it. They asked me to give an honest review of it. But after using it for a while, I went out and bought a second one with my own money. That says everything. If you've been thinking about getting a resin printer or upgrading your current setup, they're running a promotion from July 20th through July 27th, 2026. You'll find links to both their official store and Amazon in the description below. It's an awesome sale. All right, I've gushed enough about HeyGears. Let's see what this thing made. This is exactly what I hoped for. There are crisp details, sharp edges, tiny mechanical textures, everything I wanted. Again, this doesn't replace kit bashing. I'll never stop building entirely from scratch. 3D printing is just another option, another tool to help me or you be creative. Now I have an entire library of custom details sitting on a shelf whenever inspiration strikes. If I need one for a panel, done. Need 20? No problem. Need them all half size? Scale them down. Need them twice as large? Scale them up. This is a completely different way of thinking about building in your projects. But honestly, we're not finished. Because I don't want just one of these for myself, I also want to use them over and over again. That's where molding and casting comes in. Instead of tying up the printer every time I need another piece, I can create silicone molds from these master prints, then cast copies in multiple types of resin whenever I need them. The printer creates the prototype, the mold creates the production run. It's the best of both worlds. That also means we'll be able to offer physical Greeblie patches through our website for anyone that wants them, or if you'd rather print your own, the STL files will be available there too. Yeah, I know, that was a shameless plug. But honestly, I'm excited to finally share these with you. So, what's the takeaway from all this? It's really pretty simple. The video is not about convincing you that one way of building is better than another. Some builders love digging through piles of scrap. I enjoy that too. Some sculpt everything by hand. Not a bad idea. Some design in CAD. Some combine all three of these on top of 3D modeling. None of these methods are more creative than the others. They're simply different paths to the same destination. The important part is that you make something. Don't let anyone tell you your creativity is somehow less valid because you use this tool over that tool or that method over this method. Every builder finds their own workflow. Find yours. Build the things you're excited about. Keep experimenting. Keep learning, and most importantly, keep creating. A huge thank you to HeyGears for sponsoring today's episode and supporting what we do here on the Smugglers Room. If you'd like to check out the Reflex RS Turbo or take advantage of their current promotion, you'll find links down below. You'll also find links down there to both our physical Greeblie patches and the digital STLs we created in today's project. Now, you all know what to do. So go out there and start building something out of nothing.